correct amount of views on videos.
Meh.
Like my ogre video, it had like 2.3K views to me when I clicked through to the analytics, which usually shows the correct number. And then I looked at the amount of likes on it, and I compared it with the most important patch ever video, and it was like 30% of the likes. And it's like, that doesn't make any sense. But now that I've woke up today and the video's been out for 21 hours, it's updated 29K views.
Yeah.
So it's like, for some reason, which is fine, it's good because now I'm not obsessing over it. So, because I click back after posting a video, see how many views it gets.
Yeah, I mean, I know I do that too, but got to be a little careful of getting too attached to the views, because at the end of the day, it's still a volume game for us, and if one video sucks, we can't get depressed about it.
Yeah, it's true.
But that's why it's your job, chat. You got to tell us why we suck so that we can get better. So comment on all of our videos.
Taking information from the comments is actually like one of the best things that I've done for like that for Heroes of the Week. That's like literally how I got that series to have people be like, Jenkins needs to bring back Heroes of the Week, which is fair, and I will. It's just our editor is very busy. Our editor that works on that usually with me is very busy right now. So when he's more free after TI, I'll definitely get back into that.
Yep, I think that's fair. We probably have quite a few replays today, don't we?
Oh, I imagine so. Let me go ahead and give her a gander.
Yeah, I gotta cut it off at exactly 7:30.
Oh, actually, we don't have that many.
Okay, cool. We did a bunch last week, didn't we? Like, yeah, we did a bunch last week. By the way, while you're looking up the replays, I witnessed true nature today, and it was pretty insane.
Like animals having sex with each other?
No, like murder, animal murder. So,
what do you mean?
So there's been a rat that has been like infesting our garden and like eating some of our vegetables and stuff.
Yes, man.
And
gotta get a 22 and plink that thing.
Like a big ass rat. Like its tail is about this long. You know, I guess you probably can't see. You have to look at the stream.
I definitely can't see that.
Its tail is probably about like 12 inches long. Like it's a big fucking rat. It's like bigger than my hand. And so today I was out in the garden and I was picking tomatoes and stuff. And all of a sudden I see my dogs who are sitting there because they like to just like sit near me and just like watch what I'm doing. And all of a sudden they just take off towards like the other side of my yard. And I was like, what the fuck? And then I was like, oh, are they going to go like, is there a dog like at the front of the house? And that's why they're running over there. But then they stop and they like do this super hard U-turn like into this bush right next to the side of our yard. And I'm like, what the fuck? Oh, they must be going after some animal. I was like, I hope it's not a cat because they have killed a cat before and that's pretty sad. And so then I just like sit there and I'm like watching and they like dig kind of into this bush. And all of a sudden they like sprint out away from the bush and like dive into this wood pile. And I see my female dog who's like the real killer. The male dog just kind of like, he's kind of goofy. He's fairly uncoordinated with his hands and with his paws rather. But, he's always down to chase stuff. And the female dog grabs this rat, throws it up in the air, and just fucking like snaps its neck and kills it. And I was like, whoa. Yeah, I guess I do have a couple of wolves that I live with. I need to remember that.
Yeah, that's a real thing.
It was great though. I was like, good
dogs.
Good
Dogs were designed for that, when it comes down to it. My dog found a rat in our backyard too and ate its head, ripped its head off. I don't know if she ate it. I think she just bit the rat really hard.
Yeah. And
threw the head somewhere, probably, because she's not, I can't get her to eat cucumber, for God's sakes. So I really doubt she ate a rat head. She's very, very picky. But she's like your female dog. She's female, but super dominant. Completely dominant. Any other dog that comes over for like a doggy date, always she's the dominant one. She's super aggressive, super, trying to bite at them and feisty until the point where they submit to her, and then she's chill.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, she's the type of dog that she's vicious. She's a great dog, though. She's very loving with people.
Yeah, see, mine are so sweet with people, and it's actually kind of interesting because my female dog is the submissive one to the male one, but she's definitely the hunter. He's just kind of like a big dumb like he's like the big dumb buff guy with like the smart like kind of like successful girlfriend, you know. Like my little dog is the one, or my female dog is the one who like she's definitely way smarter than he is.
He looks like he's the alpha, but then she's really the breadwinner.
Yeah, exactly. It's like a lion relationship. Like the male is just kind of there to look pretty and like be like, you know, kind of scary to other males, but then it's always the female ones that are killing all the stuff and getting.
Did you see that? Did you see that YouTuber that accidentally uploaded a video of her abusing her dog?
No.
She accidentally uploaded unedited footage where she was trying to do the whole like positive YouTuber thing. She's like, "What's up, guys? It's me again." That's, you know, that sort of thing. Like fucking vegan YouTubers and shit like that. And the video was titled something like, I don't know. She was like messing with her dog, something where she was messing with her dog for fun, and then the dog is just like playing with her and like getting in her face and stuff because she's like engaging it in place. The dog's like jumping around on her, and he's like ruining the takes because he's a dog. So whatever bit you're trying to do with a dog, it's a dog, man. It doesn't know you're doing a bit with the camera. So
right.
she like slaps it and then pushes it and spits on it like multiple occasions. Yeah, and apparently her ex-boyfriend was saying that she even had a history of animal abuse too. It's fucking crazy.
Dude, that's so messed up.
Yeah. Brooke Houts accidentally uploads a video of abusing her dog. I was shocked. You are engaging an animal. You're engaging a loving dog in play mode and then mad at it for playing. That doesn't make any sense. That's like queuing for mid lane and then saying that you're going to feed if you don't get carry. It's like, you can just queue for carry. It takes the same amount of time. It takes the same amount of time. What are you doing?
That's so dumb. I mean, see, like, that's one thing. I don't know. How do you feel about, like how are you with training dogs? Because I feel like sometimes you have to be, like, a little bit more heavy-handed. I don't mean, like, beat your dog by any means, but I you know, like, if your dog is really fucking up, like they're, you know, chewing up your couch or they're, like, aggressive to another dog, sometimes you have to kind of be dominant to them. You have to, like, you know, grab them, maybe, like, hold them down and make them understand that you're the alpha. But what she was doing is obviously, like, stupid. Like, just straight up stupid. That's not disciplining your dog. It's actually just being a piece of shit.
No, there's a difference between disciplining an animal that has a certain way of, you know, it's an animal. Dogs are dogs. Dogs aren't people. There's different ways that you discipline them. I get that. But that being said, I don't discipline my dog at all, and it's a big reason why she's an asshole. But she's the funniest dog. She's so goofy and silly because, like, I would always feed her at the dinner table when I wasn't supposed to. Whenever she'd bark, I'd laugh at her, which would get her even more frustrated that she wasn't like, that I was just like giving her positive attention when she was like trying to bother me. And then she'd just keep barking even harder because she thinks I'm like laughing at her. So I would just get her to behave so poorly. She's great. She's so funny, man. She's so funny. But she's not the type of dog that you'd want to live with. You know, she's good in doses. She's so annoying. Like, if she wants to get up in the middle of the night, she'll just walk up to you and start barking in your ear.
Oh, that's terrible, dude.
And she has the most ear-piercing bark.
That's
awful. It's so funny. See, I didn't mind getting woken up at night. I just find it really funny. Anyway, all right, let's get into the replays. This is enough dog talk. Can you share your screen?
Yes, I can, sir.
So we have let's see. So I did a cutoff last week. So I'm gonna do arbitrary replay review cutoff point. Oh, also everyone, we are doing replay review. Oh, all right, cool. So we don't have that many. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So cool. We can probably, I don't think we'll need to go back and see who submitted 2 this month, because However, we can start doing that if people start like really piling them on, because that does sometimes happen.
Yeah.
Okay. So
cool. I mean, I don't even know if I can review replays. I haven't played Dota in like 3 days. Not one game of Dota. Feels bad.
I'm super into Dota right now, dude. I've been cramming. I've been coaching, which, by the way, if you want coach, actually, I have no open sessions on there because I need to figure out my schedule for next week. But hey, if you want coaching,
I want to play. I want to play. I want to coach. I just don't have time, man. Life is busy.
I've been playing on a team. Sammy Boy's on my team now. He's been a fantastic teammate so far, which is actually very great. He's helping us after the game, going through things. Husky's captaining. They both basically taking the captain. It's like I'm getting free coaching sessions every day. It's fucking amazing. I'm doing scrims, and then Husky and Sammy Boy are just going over afterwards, like telling us all the stuff that we should have done right. It's like, man, I should have to pay for this. This is fantastic.
Uh-oh.
Dude, I'm telling you. Tier 2 teams, that's the way to go. That's the best way to get coaching.
It's not letting me download this one there, bud.
Ludicrous. What date is it from?
7:30.
That is probably...
It shouldn't be expired. It's only a week ago.
It's like a week to 2 weeks, depending.
I wonder... We'll have to see. Hopefully the summer scrub didn't invalidate all of the previous replays.
Oh my god, that would be...
We'll have to see. We'll have to see.
I mean, you can watch replays from... Oh, we should do that, by the way. We should really do that as a video. I totally forgot about that idea. Watch one of my replays from when I played in like the TI3 qualifiers or something.
Yeah.
I don't think I played in those, but just watch a really old replay. That'd be funny.
That does sound fun.
That'd be super funny.
All right, give me the next one just to see if this is going to be an issue or not.
Sure. So, Ludicrous, if you are out there, maybe you could find another replay if this one's just not working. So I submitted another one. This is from Laka Somebody. Nice. Somebody to love.
Oh, God. Okay, good. It's downloading.
Is it downloading? Okay, cool. It's a little delayed. Wow, this is an interesting game. Oh, this is on the new patch. Cool. Cigar Aficionado. I think that's our boy.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah,
OD. Mid-divine average
friends,
game.
Patreon supporter. Thanks for that. By the way, I need to go add the new F is for Friends Patreon supporters. My friends list is full. For some reason, so I had like 25 requests that were incoming, and I declined all of them. And then I had 4, and then I couldn't get any more. So like, for some reason, my Steam friends list went down in size. Weird. I don't know what happened. Yeah, I have no idea what happened. So now I need to like go remove people or level up my friggin' Steam account.
That's super weird. Like, I'm pretty sure that I have like 500 slots or something like that. And I probably have, I don't know, like 90 people in my friends list or something like that. I don't have a ton because I don't accept most of them. Just to keep it small so that I can like just have the Patreon people. But
I have... What's going on with this? It's just black for me.
I just paused it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was talking.
That makes sense. Yeah, I have like everybody in North America added because like
because that's
how you might need to contact somebody. It's like in the scene. Like how else do you do it?
Because that's just how it be, you know.
That is how it be. For scrims and stuff too. Okay. Let's see.
Hey, so real quick, Laka Somebody, in the future, when you submit a replay, please include some specific thing that you want us to look at, whether it's a timestamp, whether it's itemization, whether it's positioning, team fighting. Give us some context for the game, because when you just say OD, mid-divine, average game, and nothing else, it's like, what do you want us to look at? We can't go over the entire replay.
We can find things to go over. It's just
sure.
It's just better for you if you give a specific thing.
Exactly.
Just because we do like 10 minutes per replay. Sometimes we usually go longer, but we're supposed to do 10 minutes per replay.
Yes.
And if we're looking at something that you're already very confident with, then it might not be like of as much value to you, basically. Because some people are like, I coached 2 people today. Both guys were very good at laning, like no issues with laning. and it's like, so we don't really need to cover that other than like little, some people mechanically, like, their laning sucks. Sometimes you do need to talk about that, but
Right.
But some, when you're an ancient or above Dota player, or whatever bracket you're in, there's going to be things you're very good at and things that you're not good at. And the higher you get, the better you are. Not the better you are at things, but it's like the more things you are good at.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Agreed.
Okay.
He says in chat, I assume this is Kareem that we're looking at right now. He says, please mute me so people don't... What were you saying there, bud? You being toxic? You being a piece of shit?
We're not muting. I want to see it. Okay. So let's see. Just let us know if you want us to look at laning, though, because I know some people are confident that their laning is just fine.
Yeah.
I mean, Odie's a pretty like brain dead laner. You just kind of
dominate most lanes, right?
You just push out the lane with your W, and then go jungle until you're like level 8 to 10. Laning is fine. You stomped him. Well, if you stomped him, I feel like there's not much to say for laning.
Yeah. We'll just speed through to see whether you actually did stomp him, because we definitely have had some people who are like, I stomped this person, when they actually like didn't.
All right, come back. I'm just there's a few things that I'm looking at.
Wand not in the inventory.
Well, I'm just wondering what's the status on like a salve. Did we send a salve out, or did we?
I think you sent out more tangos.
Okay. I do really feel like you probably need a salve against Queen of Pain. Tangos are good. I would send out salve plus tangos. The tangos are more so to make it so that you can jungle at the camp to the right of you, the medium camp. Like, you want to tango those trees, and then also it's just not bad to have tangos, but you're sitting really low HP because you don't have you don't have a salve. So
yeah, and you're against the Spirit Breaker, who's going to be pressuring you for the entire laning stage.
Yeah, like right now is when you would really love to like back off and salve and just be able to continue laning.
Yeah.
No problem. Yeah, tangos because of Quap Dagger. Yeah, I get that. I think you need more regen. Like I think against. Yeah, I like that you bought 2 salves. See, that's what I'm saying. You did it, like, this is exactly what I mean, except do it earlier. Do it before you need it, because you know that you're going to need it against the Queen of Pain.
Yep.
Nice double stack. Send out the. Also, when you're pause for a second. Move the camera to the bottom right to the camp, to the medium camp. So you should be tangoing those trees so that you can use this camp. You need 2 tangos to do it, so now you can't, which sucks. Yep. That's a big reason why a lot of people send out the tangos is for that camp, because it's a big part of why the mid lane is like so cancer right now. You can't lose the mid lane. They tried to nerf it by putting 2 trees there, but it doesn't do anything.
Can you not tango this one big tree and have access?
No, you need to tango 2 trees everywhere.
That visually does not look like that's the case.
Yeah, it doesn't. That's like a nerf that they tried to do to the Radiant.
I remember the patch notes, but I was just looking at it visually. I'm like, you could definitely just walk through this one big tree, but I guess not.
Yeah, that camp needs to be abused. It's especially on a hero that has a very efficient way of just farming like a lot of things at once. You just push out the lane like you did right there, and go jungle, and push out the lane, go jungle, push out the lane, go jungle, and then you're farming, they're farming, but you're a better late game hero, and also you're probably farming faster because you're OD. And then you might pick up a Midas or whatever it is. And if you go late game as an OD, you're just gonna win. Like, this hero's a fucking beast. So yeah, all you need to do is just get yours, just get your farm. That's it.
Yep, sounds about right.
With the Spirit Breaker, this is another thing that's if the Earth Spirit wasn't here, I would say that like you absolutely need to abuse that camp, because that guy's going to be on your dick the entire game. Yeah. And that's why the jungle camp is so nice, because you don't need to actually lane. You're just putting yourself in out of harm's way for so long. The Spirit Breaker will go roam somewhere else. But the fact that Earth Spirit's here makes this a lot better. But if he wasn't here, I would say you should basically sit your ass in the jungle until you see Spirit Breaker somewhere else.
Yeah, and especially early on, I feel like you have to be really careful of when you use Astral, because if the other team is competent, they see you use Astral, they're going to gank you. Like that's just how it is on OD.
It's a weird thing though, because like you can't not use Astral, because then just the presence of a Spirit Breaker in the game will make it so that you are losing the game.
Right.
Like you're lane. So it's one of those things where like you definitely want to be careful if he hasn't been seen in a while, but
Yeah.
you can't just not use Astral. It's a weird thing. It's like Enigma versus Silencer. You can't just not Black Hole. Like
Sure.
or and the other way around. You can't just not Global Silence. Like sometimes it calls for it. In fact, a lot of people consider Enigma to be a Silencer counter because you can't global until you Black Hole.
Yep, I agree.
So it's a weird thing. All I'm saying is it's weird, but yeah, you definitely want to keep it in mind. It's like a gut feeling thing.
Cool. All right. So, I mean, we've probably looked at enough laning stage at this point.
Yeah. I want to look at the decisions. So, Blink Kaya. Yeah, that seems good. So, you've taken the top tower. You've taken the mid tower at 20 minutes. This game is going well. Is this a win?
Yeah.
It's a win? Okay, well.
Yeah. Not surprising. Yeah, okay. So here's point number 2. Lacus and Bodhi, aka Kareem. Give us losses. Give us losses, because if you give us a win, the thing about looking at wins in Dota is you
could
won.
happen to be doing the correct thing map wise. Like a lot of the time you win, it's because your team happens to take fights in the correct locations.
Yeah, exactly.
And in low immortal and below, a lot of the time people don't fight in the correct place, and that's a huge point where you can get better at the game. But in wins, you usually win because you just roll the dice and take good fights, or you dumpster your lane so hard that you can like take any fights. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's
all right. Well, let's look at this fight, because we're coming up on 10 minutes here for this replay. So we found ourselves some action. We can talk about it.
I'm looking at you, Lacus and Bodhi. That was funny.
Astrally himself.
Yeah, it's funny when that happens. Happens all the time, though.
It does. Astral the Monkey King before he finishes. They buy back.
You all dip to the left. Damn, this is nice.
Yeah, this guy should die very easily. He does. Your Earth Spirit is doing extremely good work, occupying 2 of their cores.
Yeah. Oh, nice ult.
How did you die?
The Quap jump past, and yeah, this looks like a fine fight to me. You just died in the crossfire. I don't know.
Yeah.
I even like your little blink reposition to the high ground. I think that's good.
Agreed. Yeah, I mean,
this is fine.
They bought back on their cores. You killed them. You have a massive gold lead and an Alchemist. Seems pretty straightforward to me.
Yeah. Even Alchemist. So if you're just like not losing towers by 25 minutes, you're gonna win Dota. Let me look at the talents.
Attack speed, mana.
Okay.
Seems good.
Seems fun. Yeah.
Sometimes you want to go the armor, but this game there's a lot of magic and pure and other stuff, so you don't really need the armor. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
How do you feel about no BKB this game?
I was gonna say my only critique is I think that the sheep is not necessary. You have Earth Spirit stun, and silence. You have Alchemist stun. You have Grimstroke, double silence. You have Axe. I think that you don't lack Disable in this game. I think that you need a BKB.
Yeah, because there's a Storm which completely nullifies everything you do. They're
all magic damage except for Monkey King.
Yeah.
Even Monkey King might have like a Mjolnir or a Diffusal Blade or something like that.
Yep, he does.
And then also his stun. Yeah. So it's the majority of damage you're going to take in this game is magical, and it's also if you just get a BKB, you literally can't lose this game. Period.
Yep.
There's no fucking way with how strong you are. You just walk in and orb people, ult, and 3 people will die. The only way you could possibly lose this game is if you get chain disabled, which is exactly what just happened.
Yep.
And you guys lost the fight, but you won the game because you're clearly just the superior team. But if these guys were better, they could beat you off of this because you didn't have a BKB. Like, I've seen this time and time again. You want the sheep possibly because you're looking to, like, you're thinking about, like, how do you kill people? But it's more about, like, how does your team kill people? And you already have plenty of disable, in my opinion, to kill people. Look at what your ult does. Like, you do so much damage. You don't need disable.
Yeah, I agree.
And then once you have BKB, they might get BKBs, and then you can get a sheep after that. But the only way you lose is getting chain disabled. That's it. I would even say Lincoln's is good. Like,
yeah, just more stats, like anything that's going to give you some survivability. That is the classic. I mean, you're Ancient 7, so that is a classic Ancient mistake, which is just to focus on how do you get kills, as opposed to, hey, if I can't die, then we can't lose.
I said this in coaching session today. But something that has been like a thought around the tier 2, tier 1 NA Dota teams for like a few years ago is the idea that when you're ahead in Dota, you should just buy items to make you tanky, because the enemy team, they're behind in gold. You're going to be ahead in levels. You're going to be ahead in gold. So chances are they're going to be able to die to your spells unless you picked really shitty heroes. They will already die to your spells if you just play correct Dota. So all you need to do is make sure that you don't die, and you're going to win the game. That's it.
Yep.
Yeah, that's kind of the
thought
process, which is why people, when they're ahead, they'll go heart rush on like Necrophos. Is heart good on Necrophos? Fuck no, it's not good. But if you're super ahead at 25 minutes and you get a heart, and that's going to make it literally impossible for you to lose the game, then yeah, it's great. Even though it's in 1% of the games that you play Necrophos, you know, that's a good way to solidify stomps as being like guaranteed. Also, it looks like you're playing with a Smurf. You're playing with a Smurf. That Alk is a Smurf, certainly. I guarantee you. Go to his profile.
He's level 123.
Oh, maybe not. Oh, he's genuinely 3K. Okay. I got you. Whatever. I mean, you know what? I'm not gonna lie to you. If they make it so you have to play with Smurfs, I'm playing with Smurfs.
Anyway, next replay.
Okay. Yo, Ludacris, you around, buddy? Hybrid Theory says, for review on the stream if possible, struggled early game as Willow, went mid because Alk stayed in jungle. Big issue was mid to late game, wasn't sure how to fight. I did okay sometimes, waiting for them to blow everything and jumping in. I itemized to be class cannon. I thought Axe would do a lot of tanking. I struggle to know how to buy on Wraith King when there's an Alk.
So he's actually playing Wraith King, but the Willow went mid because the Alchemist was jumping.
Oh.
Yeah, I was confused. I was like, this says Hybrid Theory of a Wraith King.
Yeah. Whenever there's an Alk, you just build like Armlet Deso on Wraith King and just go right-click build. It's really good.
Yeah. I mean,
do I have any suggestions where to find videos / replays of good roaming supports? Yes, Dota2ProTrucker.com. That shit is a blessing. Leo says we have some replays from last week. I don't think it's too many though. Oh yeah, Anderson. We did Anderson last. Oh yeah, we've Approach and Leo from last week, so I'll put those.
Cool.
I'll put those in there so we can remember.
Yeah, I mean, I think that you pretty much summarized the itemization. If we're looking at their team, I think that you could consider getting a Silver Edge to deal with Bristleback. I don't think that that's out of the realm of possibility for Wraith King.
Yeah, that sounds good. That sounds legit. All right.
Gives you some catch as well for the Drow and disengage for the Ursa.
What rating is this?
I think it's Ancient. Yeah. Mid-Ancient.
Why are you rushing a wand?
Because he's against a Bristle.
Yeah, but what if you no way this is worth it. Stout Shield, dude, you're gonna eat ass from. I'm pretty sure Stout Shield reduces quill damage now too. Like they changed that.
Really? I don't know.
I have the Storm too, and Krob spell her ulti.
Really?
But it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Like Stout Shield is for tanking creeps and like Lion's right clicks, and it reduces so much damage. The stick, you get the same thing from the stick that you do from the wand, because you should just be using the stick every time it's at 10 with the bristle and spamming your spells.
Yep.
That's the thing is wand is good outside of laning because it gives you the ability to bait and win team fights with it, but stick is good in laning because it just gives you infinite regen.
Yep.
That's your first big mistake. That's your first big mistake in this one.
Yeah, yep.
I like the idea. I like the idea, but Stout is way too fucking good, and Stick is you're eating some mega bum in this game. My God, there's some bum eating going on. Oh, they're throwing to you completely though. They're throwing. Oh, they're throwing so hard.
That's some good stuff. You see that Willow get super low and you just black out. You're like, oh, I'm gonna kill this fucking fairy. Nope. You're gonna lose the game as a result. Did you lose this game? They lost this game.
Yep.
After a laning stage like that. All right, so
I'm so concerned about this lack of a stat. I feel like you're taking so much damage. Look at the range creeps hitting you. Dude, look how much damage the range creeps are doing to you. Holy shit, I'm seeing the little white ticks every time they hit you. Oh, God. This is a no Stout's worst nightmare. Multiple creeps.
Yeah, constantly being pressured into you, too, because the bristle is constantly pushing the wave.
Oh, there it is. There's where you die because of it.
Yeah.
Oh, hybrid theory.
All right. Really important. Okay, so he buys a
I say
salve.
this with love, man. I say this with love. I love your ingenuity. But
not worth it.
There's a bit of a mis-execution going on. I love the idea, though. All right.
We're going to skip to 15.
Laning is like, that can ruin your whole lane to fuck something up like that.
Yeah.
Which is fine. Sometimes that happens.
I don't love Midas on this hero if you're not going to go Radiance. Just go Armlet.
I think it's okay. I like Phase Midas.
Yeah, I actually really dislike Treads on this hero. I think it's pretty bad.
Phase is nuts. Also, they have a full physical damage lineup, so Phase gives you absolutely incredible tankiness against their team. The only hero that does magic damage is Lion, and Lion is a pathetic bitch because he's a support. Look at him! Look at him! What a loser!
Yeah. Also, if you have Phase there, you catch them. You literally just press Phase after they stun you, and you catch them.
The thing with Phase that makes it so ridiculous on Ursa and on Wraith King is that the Phase movement speed is based on your base movement speed. So if your hero has high base movement speed, Phase boots are better for you than on heroes that don't have high movement speed. It's ridiculous. You press it and you're a fucking race car.
Yeah.
You know? You want to go for that, definitely. In most situations, especially in this game, because there's all of this magic damage.
Yeah.
And yeah, you're Wraith King, so you want to walk in and die, but you want to take, like, you're dying so quickly now.
Yeah, I think that there's sort of like a checklist that you want to go through for picking your boots, and the difference between, I mean, just generally Treads is worse than Phase these days on melee heroes just because Phase has been buffed a lot, I feel like. It's still fine to go Treads on certain heroes, but Phase is probably the standard on most melee cores. But the reason for that is because you need to think about it as, do I need attack speed? Do I need armor and gap close before Blink Dagger? And those are pretty much the two considerations. Like, Treads gives you better stats because you can switch to strength. It gives you better mana efficiency, and it gives you more attack speed. So if you have like a crit, which you do, if you have a proccing ability of any sort, then Treads is definitely a consideration. But if you're going to go for Midas and then more attack speed in the form of like Echo Saber and, you know, who knows what you're going to go, Mjolnir, if you're going to go for that attack speed buffing stuff, you generally don't need the Treads, and you're probably better off getting the armor and the extra damage to then take advantage of the extra attack speed that you're getting from other stuff. So that's why Phase Midas works so well, is because you get the damage, you get the armor, but then you also get the attack speed as well.
I would say your build this game, because you have an Alchemist, is like your entire build should just be around protecting Alchemist's farm and just like playing the game and not feeding and not losing until Alch gets huge. So I would say like Phase Drum's what's it called? Armlet could be your build, and that would be really good. And just run around and fight like a madman.
Yeah. I think you just want to stat up. You just want to be tanky.
And then Blink, and then probably Deso, and then probably Basher or Mjolnir.
Assault Cuirass is super good this game.
Yeah, eventually. Well, Alch's going to get an AC if he's good.
Yeah, I suppose. Although this Alch is likely... Oh, he's good. He's going to face. I wonder if he's going to go Manta Octarine. We'll see.
What talent did he go at 10?
Unstable Concoction.
Oh my god.
Okay, and so you even take the attack speed talent on Wraith King. Like, you have Treads, you have Midas, you have attack speed talent, and now you're going for an Echo Saber. It's extremely redundant itemization. Echo Saber makes no sense if you're getting high attack speed. The whole reason you go Echo Saber is if you don't have attack speed. Like, that's why it's so good on a hero like Sven, on Tiny, on, like...
Alright. I just noticed a skill build. What's going on with this there, buddy? What is going on with this?
Kind of just like randomly maxing stuff.
Okay, maxing the skeletons.
Good.
That's good. But look at Vampiric Ore. Look how it scales.
Not good.
4%.
Yeah.
It's so terrible.
Yeah.
Look at the stun. Look at the stun.
1 to 2 seconds. That's a big deal.
Beautiful.
And the damage per second. 20 extra per level. An additional 10 per level too.
It's like the stun duration outside of the lane phases.
And maybe more importantly, the cooldown. 8-second cooldown is nuts on a stun.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah.
God, Vampiric Ore is like one of the most pathetic abilities in the game, actually.
It only works
on melee. It only works on melees too now.
It's so bad.
That shit sucks.
It's really...
They need to change that. Actually, they don't, because Wraith King was broken recently. But
yeah,
if I was a big Wraith King spammer, I'd say they need to change that.
Yeah, it's not good.
So let's see what's going on your team. So you're split pushing with skeletons. Amazing. Love that. Love that. Go top, push out the lane, send skeletons down the lane, and go jungle towards your team. Yeah, this is good. This is good. This is getting me off.
This seems good.
Love this.
We're at about 10 minutes on this replay, so I'm going to skip towards the late game where you said you were concerned with how things went. You have a massive lead. How do you lose this game?
I'm so confused by this backpack situation. All right, Hybrid Theory. Let me tell you something, man. You are a fucking memer. If you would literally be immortal if you cut out the memes. Look at the backpack. Look at the backpack. That's a Crystallis and half a Monkey King bar. Dude, Hybrid Theory. I'm telling you, dude. Listen to me right now. You're a fucking professional level player. You just need to stop memeing. Stop with the no stout shield. Stop with the backpacked Crystallises and shit, okay? You're literally a professional level player, because how else would you be ancient if you're backpacking Crystallises? Oh, look at the backpack Crystallis.
And MKB. Okay, there we go.
Oh my god, this is ridiculous.
Why is this not being put in your inventory? I don't understand.
Why you have a Crystallis in place? You have a crit.
I don't understand what's going on. Let's go to the next replay.
God, I swear to God, dude. If you're Ancient 5 doing these silly, ridiculous memes, oh, you have such potential. You have such potential. Dude, let me tell you something. So I was doing a coaching session. And
give me that next replay so I can download it, by the way.
Okay. So while I'm looking, me and the dude that I was coaching, we were, kind of making fun of his teammates a little bit. Not too much, because if you go too far in that, it's a waste of time. But we were making fun of his teammates. So I clicked to the player perspective of his carry, who we were flaming. And lo and behold, he's in zoomed in mode. Zoomed in mode.
What?
Like, I'm serious. Like it looks like third person view, and this was ancient bracket, by the way. This was like ancient 7, and this guy was playing Life Stealer in zoomed in mode. And throughout the course of the coaching session, I kept clicking back, and lo and behold, he was still in zoomed in mode the entirety of the game.
What?
And I was just thinking, like, man, coaching you, I should be coaching this guy. What an easy coaching session. It's like, oh yeah, did you know you can play Dota in not zoomed in mode? And then the guy's like, like legitimately, I could gain that guy 500 MMR by just telling him not to be zoomed in on Dota.
What if he's playing in VR? He's got the Valve Index and he's VRing the hero and playing it for real. And he's just getting super jacked because he's lifesteal and he's having to swing his arms constantly with the controllers like this.
He's like crawling around on like a treadmill. Oh, that wouldn't surprise me, honestly, because I mean, I wouldn't have believed you if you said an ancient player is playing in zoomed in mode. But you know, I get it if it's like, okay, this guy's like, you know, Herald and he's playing in zoomed in mode, or what's the next one up? Crusader?
Guardian.
It's like, okay, this Guardian player is playing in zoomed in mode. It's like, okay, well, you know, they're probably new to the game or whatever. Or they play casually or whatever it is.
Right.
You can make uses, but ancient, if you're ancient, you play a shitload, dude.
Yeah.
Okay, so Approach says, playing Pudge, excellent, love the hero. I rolled over Zeus in lane, made rotations, got kills, but our Monkey King. All right.
No butts to teammate
that
excuses.
Is questionable. With love, I say that with love because, you know, it doesn't matter. You're never going to see this guy again. But our Monkey King refused to farm and kept trying to fight after I told him I was making space for his farm. Took some early towers, died once, and they got way too much comeback golden experience. Everything went downhill from there. Also, our position 4 Wraith King rushed Battle Fury, which he finished at 21 minutes. How the actual fuck am I supposed to win this? I know I made many mistakes. How can I win? My carry refuses to play the game. Let's see.
Well, before we get into anything, I would just say, if you have a Wraith King who's playing position 4, quote unquote, and rushing Battle Fury, because he's not playing position 4 if he's rushing Battle Fury, he's playing carry. Like, you just need to accept that. He's playing a really shitty, slow timing carry. I'm telling you, this is how you fix these types of games. Before we get into the replay, before we analyze this game, if you have a player who is itemizing as a carry, despite playing a support or an off lane or a mid or whatever, you just treat them as if they are the carry. So your job is not to make space for your Monkey King, especially if your Monkey King's fucking fighting. Your Monkey King is now effectively an offlaner. Make him the offlaner. He's playing like an offlaner. Allow him to be the offlaner and treat your Wraith King as if he's the core. Boom! It's like you're in you're out of gravity, so you're in space. Whatever direction is fucking down, whatever direction you're looking at is down, or whatever direction your feet are pointing towards is down. It's like the Ender's Game thing, because there's no gravity to direct you this direction. But your teammates are giving you cues. Your Wraith King says, hey, I'm playing 4, but guess what? I'm actually playing carry. Listen to that fucking cue and then adapt to what's going on. I won like 20.
There's no point in just accepting the game is lost.
Yeah, I won like 20 straight games as a support at this fucking bracket. And all you have to do is figure out which of your heroes is actually the carry based on what they're itemizing for, and then play around them as such. It's like pretty straightforward.
Oh, ancient bracket. Oh.
No, this is Guardian. I'm talking about my 1K Smurf.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say, I don't remember ancient being that questionable.
No. This is Guardian. So this is like this is like 1K MMR.
Because I'm pretty sure this Wraith King has boots first.
He does.
If I'm not mistaken.
It's
been 58 seconds and there's 4 kills. What in God's name?
How do you feel about the itemization on mid Pudge against the Zeus?
I think you need a Quelling Blade.
I was gonna say.
I think you've missed a few last hits so far because you don't have a QB.
But let's kind of skip through this. How do you feel about the no hook?
It's fine. No hook is fine.
Cool. How do you feel about the Blood River?
That
Looks
makes
pretty
me
dank.
extremely uncomfortable because I have blood and I don't want it to be outside of me. I want it to be inside of me.
Looks pretty dank to me.
Yeah, it does look pretty good. Like the stick, usually when people play mid Pudge, they send out 2 bracers first because over boots because you're not really ganking anybody until later on into the game. So you don't need the boots because the mid lane is like ultra small. And also this is a Zeus, so it's magic damage. And if you just get bracers, he can't do anything to you. You'll just body him because he'll have too much HP regen, magic resist, and stats that he can't play.
Yeah.
He's just dying to you because you're hooking him, which is cool.
Rotate top, get a kill.
Good rotation, really good rotation. Yeah, I would say whenever you're playing on the mid lane, people almost always do the 2 stat item build.
Yeah.
Because it just makes your laning so much stronger and you're impossible to gank, impossible to kill. You just won this because you outskilled the Zeus. You won the lane because you outskilled the Zeus. It doesn't make the itemization like any less questionable. Like if this guy's better, he possibly outlane you because if he has 2 nulls and you have no bracers and you just go for like phase rush against the Zeus, it's not gonna do anything.
Yeah. Okay, so at this point in the game, what do you do?
You definitely want to be ganking bot and playing bot to try to get the tower and have somebody else push out mid. I mean, you can go push out mid, but you want to like immediately get back bot. You are the tempo controlling hero on the map. So anytime you're in a lane, like the enemy team either has to fight there or they have to leave there and you get a tower. So you obviously want to do that around their towers because you can't get towers around your tower. So like you're here now, right? It's 12 minutes in, but you could possibly have this tower at 8 minutes if you're just playing bot earlier. Like think about that. Think about the power that you have as a Pudge in the game, where when you're playing mid Pudge or mid Quap or anything like that, and if you are somewhere, the enemy team either has to fight you or because you are so strong, everybody has to leave and you get a tower. So why not use that power to get a tower as early as possible? The earlier you get towers in Dota, the exponentially easier the game will get for you.
Yep. All right, itemization. Let's talk about it. I feel like you went. Did you go Soul Ring after the hood? Because that's what it looked like to me. I think the hood was there, and then the Soul Ring was bought later.
Soul Ring is not a necessary item. Urn has mana regen associated with it. Pudge has decent base regen now, and Stick gives you regen in fights. It's not necessary to get a Soul Ring. You don't start fights by hooking people anyway. You walk up and dismember and rot them and be tanky. So you're not spamming out hook like a support would. And even support Pudges don't go for Soul Ring because you don't need the mana. Look at you. You're 100% mana with this Soul Ring.
Yeah.
It's unnecessary.
And you're fucking smashing. 13-0-1 right now.
Yeah, that's good.
So how do you take this insane tempo start into carrying the game right now? What items do you go? Do you go for a blink? Do you go for...
You get a blink dagger. You definitely get a blink dagger. And then after that, you probably get like Radiance BKB. Like you go carry Pudge. You definitely don't get an Atos.
Yeah.
So you're snowballing this game so hard that you should not lose on the basis that...
You're essentially like 3 heroes worth of hero because of how well you're doing.
You can solo carry this game. You can solo carry this game right now.
Yeah.
So I would say your original itemization, which you chose, should change to be carry-centric items. So, Blink Dagger, because it helps you keep snowballing, you can just keep... Blink is like one of the best Pudge items. I go Blink on Pudge in every single game. Like I'll go for Phase Boots, Vanguard Blink, Phase Boots, Hood Blink, Phase Boots, Vanguard Hood Blink, but always Blink after going for tanky items, because it makes it so that you're not just this stupid big fat guy running around, oh, I missed the hook, guys, oh, now we can't fight, oh, that sucks. You blink in, you fucking own them. You know? You just you fight them. Yeah. And the Atos, I think, is like more of a support item. Like this net worth could be spent on something that makes you immortal. Yeah. Like you could have a BKB almost at this point.
Yeah, and I think essentially what happened is you didn't adapt to the fact that you were having such a good game, and you continued to go kind of like utility. You're like, I'm the utility hero. My team is going to carry me.
Right.
When in reality, because you are literally carrying this game by yourself already, you need to treat it as such. So fuck what I said about the Wraith King being the carry. You're the fucking carry. So
I didn't realize you were stomping so hard. Yeah. I mean,
yeah.
With the net worth you have right now, if you itemize correctly, like if you don't have the Soul Ring, if you don't have the Atos, if you just build that into other tanky items, you are fucking immortal.
Yeah.
Like if you have a Vanguard right now, you don't die. If you have Blink right now, you don't die. You just keep snowballing on them.
Yep. Yeah,
I think the itemization is a big problem in this game. The Atos is worthless.
Super worthless. Does nothing for you.
Urn is not bad because you got it at the time where you weren't sure that you were going to be this like god roaming around. The Hood is great. Hood is great for sure. But,
I mean, hell, like even just finish the Spirit Vessel. Like it gives you a bunch of HP, which is super helpful for getting tankier. Like,
I would say at this point, like if you want to go for the tanky route, you go for Vanguard because they have a good amount of physical damage in the Bristle and the PA.
Yeah.
It'll give you so much regen and so much like anti like physical bullshit. That between that and the Hood, if they all go on you mid there, you can just get out.
Yeah.
But I really like the Blink for snowballing. Like if you're snowballing on Pudge, Blink is the best way to. If they try to go on you, you blink away. If somebody is in a position where they can get picked off, you just run up and like that guy dies right there. That person dies. Whoever that was, they're dead.
Yeah, I actually don't think I've seen you use the Atos yet. So you're basically just paying what, like 3,000 gold for some stats, based on what we've seen so far.
They're not good stats either for Pudge.
Yeah.
Like, Pudge needs armor. Pudge needs resistances.
Right. Yeah, you had 2,300 HP at like 15 minutes into the game because you had already gotten 13 kills or whatever.
But you have 5 + 8 armor.
Yeah, not good.
That's a concern. That's definitely a concern. Blade Mail also wouldn't be too bad, but I honestly think you can aim higher. I think you can get bigger items in this game. I think you can go for like the Shiva's BKB, Radiance, Assault Cuirass level of items. Like you can go for the luxury items.
Agreed.
All right.
Anything else to say about this one?
You guys are just fighting into track and they snowballed you because track kills. That's it.
Right, and the reason that you're losing these fights is not because your teammate. Really, I mean, it's kind of because of them, but it's more so just because you didn't really take advantage of the fact that you were super far ahead.
Well, this is just like Guardian bracket or whatever. The fights are just happening randomly, and they happen to be winning, and they happen to have a BH, so you're gonna lose.
Right, but they're winning the fights because your itemization is suspect.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, we could talk forever about how you should position on the map and stuff, but it's a long conversation. And we already hammed on the itemization, so.
Yeah, I actually almost even like the idea of going like Blink into maybe like Blink BKB early travels, just to like really assert dominance on the map or something like that.
All right, that sounds pretty good. I like that. I like that a lot.
All right.
Okay.
Next one.
That was Approach. This is Justin Ash. More like Justin Ass because he's an asshole.
Yeah. He's great. What a guy.
He's fantastic. I think we did an Earthshaker replay for him before. It's in there. So he said, playing as Earthshaker, this game was depending on my friends to help me play this hero and do rotation. So as a new player, maybe he didn't do an Earthshaker replay. Shit memory. I just want to know how to play this hero, laning, rotating, farm, and moving into team fights. Okay, cool. We'll talk about it all.
You got it, dog.
Where I can't even locate Earthshaker.
I know.
Oh, there he is. He's like the 5th one over there.
Yeah, I legitimately didn't see him until.
God damn. Dota 2.
A great Arcana. Do you have the Arcana?
For Earthshaker?
Yeah.
No way, dude. I can't afford that. Are you kidding me? It's like $400 or something.
What a puss.
Few hundred, I think. It's like $150. 450 levels or some shit, right?
I don't know. I didn't spend that much money this year. Maybe like 150 total. Maybe less.
That's rent money, man. That's ramen money. That's diet, sugar-free, no, a name brand, sparkling water money.
You gotta stop with the soda, man. It's gonna kill you. Not good for you.
I'm good. Let's see. Let's go to Justin's items.
Man, look at that set. Oh, sorry.
He has no items. I'm more concerned with his inventory.
Oh shit, he doesn't. He's rushing an E-Blade.
Imperial Blade queued up.
What's happening?
What the fuck?
Is this your friend? Are you in a party with this guy? You are. This guy's Ancient 7. Remove him from your friends list, Justin Ash. Fuck this guy.
Alright. So, your 5 Earthshaker, that in and of itself is a problem. This hero is not a good 5. Your Terrorblade should get utterly destroyed in this lane unless the enemy team does stupid shit like walk up a high ground for absolutely no reason and then go unpunished. Definitely want to try to fissure him off.
Yeah, fissure him off, Justin Ash. Fissure him off real
man.
Good.
Alright. So you're tri-laning.
You're tri-laning, but if you're tri-laning, you should just walk up onto their high ground. I don't know why you just like stand there. Right? If you're gonna bring 3 heroes to a rune, you should probably invade.
Yeah, no. You contest. You be aggressive from the get-go. You shouldn't even let this Tide enter the lane. Like, he should be getting bullied right now.
Yeah.
Also, your heroes just suck, so...
Yeah. There's, like, no synergy between you and the Terrorblade. I mean, this is a lane where you literally just, like, stack and pull. And you
shouldn't tri-lane it, because you're not going to even win a tri-lane.
Yeah. You should go top, is what should happen.
3 melee heroes versus, like...
A
Tide who loves laning against melee heroes. Yeah, you want to like go top and okay, yeah. So here's what you probably should have done. You let Earthspirit lane bot because he's a stronger laner than you. He's a stronger 5 than you, and you go top and you fissure their wave so that your centaur gets free farm. And then after you fissure their wave, you block their easy camp with the sentry and body block it. And then what's going to happen is at the 2-minute mark. So at the 1-minute mark, they're going to see that you body blocked it. At the 2-minute mark, the sentry's going to block it. And then that's 3 minutes without pulling, and you've just won your centaur the lane by making like one single play at level 1. Then you can roam. Then you can go and try to like mess with the Monkey King mid. If you fissure the Monkey King mid, your SF can triple raise. Like Earthshaker plus SF is a combo. And you want to try to abuse that. You want to try to abuse the triple raise. Like Monkey King should get utterly destroyed by an SF, especially with an ES rotating.
Yeah.
And then just let Earth Spirit play the 5 down here. Like the problem, in my opinion, here is just I can't tell you to do anything because I wouldn't even be here. Like I wouldn't want to lane this. This is not possible to make this a good lane.
Yeah.
There's no amount of advice that I can give you.
We have to do like a legitimate, like theoretical representation of how the game would have played out if you were not here and doing something else, which is kind of difficult to do. I mean, you're actually doing worse than you would be if you didn't even exist in this game right now. And that's kind of harsh to say, but you're just standing here leeching experience from your Terrorblade and contributing nothing to his lane. So if you were just not in this game, your Terrorblade would actually be having a better lane than he is right now.
This is what I always mean when I say that like Dota baits you to look at the wrong things.
Yeah.
Where it's like you play this lane and it feels hard and you have this question of like, how could I have laned? When the question is why? Why did you?
Exactly.
You know what I mean? And I don't mean that negatively. I mean that as in there's a lot of times I'll be looking at my replays after scrims and it's like, oh, I shouldn't have done this. And it's like, why was I in the position to do that in the first place? What thought led to that?
Exactly.
That's the problem. That's the problem. This is good. I mean, Earth Spirit should not be here with you.
No, he's ruining it. He literally came up and showed and fucked up your gank.
You I think need to be playing around the top side of the map. That's the bottom line. Earth Spirit and you are not a duo.
Yeah, I mean, despite this guy having geomagnetic grip, you should treat him as if you are opposite pole or you are the same pole of the magnet. Like you guys are trying to do the exact same thing, and you've been trying to do the exact same thing as each other for the last 3 minutes.
There's no coincidence that they're both called ES and both picked in the 4 role, and most players that play Earthshaker also play Earth Spirit. Yeah. They're very similar heroes. They're also both Earth guys.
Yeah.
They're basically the same hero.
Yeah, I mean, essentially you guys are trying to do the same role right now, and that's a problem. And so you need to space yourself away from the Earth Spirit, because if you think about it, there's one hero here supporting the Terrorblade, and it's Earth Spirit Earthshaker. And what you'd like to do is you'd like to assert Earth Spirit on one lane and Earthshaker on the other lane, because then that gives you kill potential in multiple lanes. It gives you aggression potential in multiple lanes. It gives you support in multiple lanes.
There's no kill potential in the bot lane, I'm telling you. There's no... You could put 5 heroes down here and there's no kill potential because these are the 3 heroes you already have down here.
That too.
All right, so let's look at team fights for Justin Ash, because we've kind of shit on the laning to begin with. Yeah, so...
Okay, so right off the bat, I mean... You just died, but it's 19 minutes in, and you are nowhere near your Blink Dagger. That's like...
This is why the heroes played as a 4, is because the Blink is so incredibly effective.
You have to have it. Position. You have to have it. Like, you can't really play this hero without a Blink Dagger very well.
Yes, correct.
So, I mean, you're just making your game harder. Like, you're better off at this point in the game, if you don't have a Blink Dagger, to...
Just farm.
Yeah, you just go take whatever farm possible until you have it, and you don't show up for any fights. You don't do anything with your team until you have a Blink.
There's
because you're not a hero.
It's usually between like the... Let me see. I don't want to tell you the wrong number here because it does depend on the game, but it usually between like the 10 to 15 minute mark, there hits a period where it's like, all right, I'm fucking useless.
Yeah.
Time to farm Blink. And you become the carry.
Yep.
Which means you take whatever lane is best for you to farm that Blink in, because your team is like, all right, we're going to set up for this sick Echo. Oh, he doesn't have a Blink. All right, next fight. This guy got an Ultra Kill. Let's kill him with Echo. Oh, he doesn't have a Blink. You know, like,
yeah.
And then it's too late. And then it gets to a point where it's too late. And your Terrorblade needs to farm everywhere.
Yep.
So.
Yeah, the timing is super important on this item, on this hero, because... How it works is your fissure is enough to set up for a lot of kills in the early game, because just how damage works against HP at that point. But once everybody kind of starts moving around, you don't really provide enough damage and enough lockdown to get anything done until you have the Echo.
It's also like the nature of lanes. Like, you can fissure block people off and be useful, but at a certain point, you're fissure blocking off people who have Ravages and Force Staffs and Glimmer Capes and Blink Daggers and stats. You know, like, it just doesn't work out. Like, the fissure is one single spell, and you're a hero who has 4 spells, and you can't use 3 of them until you have Blink. But other people don't need a Blink to use all 4 of their spells. So, and the trade-off is when Earthshaker gets a Blink, he becomes the best team fighter in Dota, possibly. It's like Enigma, Earthshaker, who even compares to those heroes? You become a beast once you get the Blink. So, farm that Blink. Aghanim Scepter, that's a strictly off-lane item that you go for if you already have a hero to counter-initiate that's like an Enigma or a Faceless Void or Magnus. You don't have that. You're not an off-laner. So your job is to be the guy that the enemy team is afraid to fight you because you're going to hit a huge Echo. You're that threat. So going for that Ags is one of the most game-losing things you can do as a support Earthshaker. Even as an off-lane Earthshaker, I think you should go Ags like 20% of the of the time.
Yeah, and it's against like Zeus's and stuff that does lots of AoE. It's like Blink
basically the only time you should go Ags when you're an offlane shaker is if you're super snowballing that you don't need the Blink and you're just jumping around and chasing them and killing them, or if you already have a counter initiator and you don't need to do that. Yeah. Then you can get the Ags to initiate and to because it turns your hero into a different hero.
Yeah.
Right? You're this guy jumping around. You're like a chaser. You're not an initiator. You're a chaser. The Blink makes you an initiator and a counter initiator.
Right. Again, it's kind of Dota baiting you because you think that they do the same thing, right? You think it's like, okay, Ags gets me here, Blink Dagger gets me here. But because Blink is an instantaneous movement with the ability to do an instantaneous stun with Echo Slam and Aftershock, It's much different than flying through the air for 2 seconds, landing, hitting somebody for 500 damage, and then doing that again over and over. Like, they literally are different heroes that you're playing at that point. And so just because you're super bad on your timing of the blink dagger in this game does not mean that you should then switch to the Ags to try and like make up for your stats that you're also missing. Just finish the blink dagger and then try to hit an echo slam to help your team win. Like, that's basically all you can do when you're this far behind. But it all kind of stems down to the fact that your laning was like fucked because you just laned poorly.
Yeah, true. Yeah, if your lanes go better, somebody like tends to be able to go jungle, and then you can take a lane on Earthshaker. I remember I was playing a game where I was some Bat Rider or something. I don't know, Enchantress maybe, some hero that like was okay with playing the top lane, which was the off lane. And I had Bulba, who was Earthshaker in my game, and the whole game he just fissured off my lane and gave me a good lane and didn't show up or do anything because he wanted me to get solo XP. But at a certain point, he said, "Jenkins, leave this lane. I need to farm Blink." I'm just like, okay, my Earthshaker tells me he needs Blink. I'm going to listen to that because I want him to get I want that guy to back me up and hit a huge echo. Like, it's so game winning. At a certain point, you become the carry, and your team needs to respect that. And now that you can queue with your team, there you go.
Yeah, exactly.
Just communicate that with them. Yeah.
All right.
Game client update. Wow, they are really pumping out these patches. All right. George says, played Axe off lane. Love that hero. Won lane by cutting creeps, if I recall correctly, but didn't manage to get enough objectives in the early game, leading to Tinker crushing us later on. Sounds about right. What should I have done differently? Got a little toxic towards her lifestealer out of frustration. Please ignore the comments I made near the end of the game. All right, let's go to the comments at the end of the game, Donnie. One second, I have to go take a piss. Skip to those comments for me, though. Oh, hey, Donnie. What up?
I'm not finding any comments. Oh, there it is.
Are we watching Lena? Oh, no. All right, we're watching Axe. I forgot about that. I forgot.
Lifestealer is the MVP of the game. Shame we can't vote for him. Classic passive aggressiveness. A+ for that.
That's not that bad. That's not that bad. You didn't drop any racial slurs or anything, so
fuck.
you know.
I ended the replay.
Oh no! I have to open up the replay again. Holy Schneiser. That's not that bad. But you know.
Yeah, as far as insults go,
you already know it doesn't help to think like that.
As far as insults go, that's a pretty good one, right? That's sometimes I like to go with the passive aggressive ones, the ones that make people like really feel bad about themselves for, you know, not reasons such as like fuck you, you're ugly, but more so like, have you ever considered that maybe your parents like just really don't think that you're attractive, and then they're like, oh no, my parents hate me.
I like to tell people that I'll fuck their dad.
Nice, that works.
Like that, it's like, your dad probably has the nicest ass. It's like, fuck, man. No, he doesn't. and then you get them making comments about their dad's ass.
Yeah. Like, my dad's ass is hairy. You're like, haha, you've seen it. You looked at it a bunch.
Your dad has a big dick. No, he doesn't. It's small.
I saw it when I was a kid.
Yeah, it's actually really small, but wasn't genetic. I got a big one. I promise.
Yeah, I always tell people that their parents are disappointed in them. That's like my go-to. Like,
I think for most people, listen, okay, let's get real here.
You're feeding down mid. I'm like, oh, guess what? I bet your parents are super disappointed in you. I bet they hope that you would move out.
What do you think about this? I feel like for most parents, that's probably relatively true, just because of like generational reasons.
Yeah.
I feel like no matter what, because the generations are just so different, your parents are going to be disappointed in you in some regard. They're gonna be like, oh, I wish my kid didn't use as much social media. That disappoints me. Or it makes shitty pasta sauce because we didn't teach him mama's recipe. You know, like there's a lot that they can be disappointed. It's just
you just say pasta?
Pasta.
Pasta.
Pasta sauce.
What? What's pasta?
Pasta. It's like they make it out of bread and grain. And
do you eat paste, Jenkins?
You boil it in water.
Are you a paste eater, Jenkins? Because you sound like a paste eater when you talk. All right.
Oh, I know. That's what you're doing with your foot right now. You're shoving it up your ass.
With your dad.
Wait a minute. That's not the saying actually at all. That just sounds like vulgarity.
Yeah, I don't even know what's happening. Anyway, so he skips the first lane completely. How do you feel about that? And just goes to the tier 3.
Sure. Although I don't like creep cutting anymore. Like
it kind of feels bad. I think
if the support contests you, they can kill you.
Yeah. That's what I've noticed. I've played Axe a couple times in the last 2 weeks, and I feel like creep cutting at level 1.
Man, oh my god.
Yeah, I feel like creep cutting at level 1 is just not good. Like you just get pressured too hard. If a support comes and hits you like 4 times and disables you, you die basically.
Yeah, people don't cut on this anymore.
What I've noticed is that like high-level Axe players, they'll get a couple levels, and then sometimes they'll like shove the creep wave forward with their helix, and then run through the tower and cut the next wave once they're like level 3 or 4 or something like that, and then start accelerating their farm by pulling to camps, because at that point, maybe the hero they're laning against can be annoying, and they can just get more by getting like double the farm from the creeps and the camp that they're pulling it to.
I've seen most people, and I've also done this. I've been doing this in like scrims and stuff when they pick me Axe. I'm like leaking scrims. I guess I'm gonna get kicked. Anyway, I just play the lane. I just play the lane on Axe, and I try to dive. Yeah, I just kill with Battle Hunger. I don't get Vanguard anymore. I go phase boots almost always, which was trending before. People just went phase boots, maybe one bracer into Blink Dagger, and then it gives you this like earlier timing with the blink, as well as like the ability to run at people early with the phase boots, because the Vanguard makes you like tanky, but it doesn't make you a kill threat. The phase boots makes you kind of tanky and then makes you a kill threat.
No more really Veil? Nice.
No, that trend is gone. I don't think it's bad though. I just think it delays your blink timing now.
Sure. Yeah, so you can see this happening. Like this is kind of why cutting is fairly meh.
Feels really bad.
And if you're gonna cut and pull, you should definitely be trying to rip it up to this camp so you can get double
I would not
efficiency.
even recommend that. You take so much goddamn damage from the creeps. Like the creeps melt you.
Yeah, without the double stout. I even tried going like stout with a ring of protection as well, in addition to that. It doesn't help. It doesn't really help.
Huh. Yeah, I was considering that too. I tried cutting on Axe and a scrim.
Yeah.
And then I traded with a supporter until I was at like 40% HP, and then they killed me while I cut. It's like, oh. Yeah. And I tried to cut again, and then I just couldn't. I couldn't get in a cutting position without taking my entire HP and damage. Like, exactly what's happening here. Yeah. Exactly what's happening here. Like, this is what I did, and I fed as well. It's like,
Axe really feels like he's a good enough laner because of what he does. Like, you can trade, you can like kind of bully them off at creep wave. You have this battle hunger that you can throw on supports who are not going to be last hitting to take it off a lot of the time. You can kind of like 2v2 lanes pretty well, and then because you have the ability to shove in the wave, you're also going to have the ability to side pull. And at this point, it's almost better to just like assert some pressure in the lane, not give them a completely free lane, because you just don't really get enough acceleration because it's so much easier to contest you when you're cutting at this point. It kind of feels like. Nice. You bodied that guy. You taught him a lesson.
Y'all are getting dicked on though, to be honest, in this lane.
Yeah, it's not good. It's hard
your
though. I mean,
your net worth is good, but they're like pressuring you really hard. Apparently, you're getting a lot of gold from killing them, though, which is fantastic.
yeah, I mean, Dazzle's pretty good against Axe in the lane stage.
Yeah, but you can see when you play the lane how strong you are.
Yep.
It's just unfortunate that you can't really cut anymore.
Thoughts about skill build?
That's fine. That's fine. I like the skill build.
Cool. Yep, diving with the Vanguard. I mean, this seems fine.
Somebody in chat said, I said that you should cut 99% of the time, which was correct when cutting was good, but now cutting is not good because they nerfed Stout Shields. So
right, and therein lies why we don't like making hero-specific guides that often on our channel, despite the fact that that's all you guys like to watch.
Because people watch them.
Exactly.
So.
People are like, make hero-specific guides, and we do, and like 2 minutes later, they're irrelevant. And you guys are like, you guys told us to play this way, it doesn't work anymore. It's like, well, that's just how she goes, you know?
That's why Tortellini had his big meltdown. It's like it's so much work to update all of the hero guides in game to be like legit.
Yeah, it is. That's kind of why I've been very lazy about it lately. There's better uses of my time. People have been flaming me for my guides not being completely updated when we're putting out 35 videos per month.
Yeah.
Whatever.
It's hard being a YouTuber. I'm going to go abuse my dog. That'll help.
It is a lot of work. But
it is.
Luckily it's fun most of the time. Except when we have to do these replay review streams. Fuck this shit.
Yeah, these are the worst. Especially when we have 313 assholes watching.
Yeah. I wish you would go watch, like, fucking Henry instead. That'd be better.
Yeah. I'd watch him beat up on some ancient players as an immortal player.
Uh-huh. Was it fun? He's been really negative about the matchmaking changes.
By the way, chat, I love you. I'm just giving you shit. You know what's funny? This is totally unrelated to this replay, and I think I said this in Alchemy Answers, but I went to a wedding recently, and my group of friends, I just realized that all we do is insult each other. Like, we are never endearing or loving with each other, even though we do. We do love each other. You know, we've been friends for such a long time. But
wait,
like,
you love your dude friends? Gay.
Oh my god. You love your dad. You're gay. You're gay. I don't love my dad because I'm not gay. You know, I don't love my girlfriend because that'd be gay. Because loving is gay. It's not masculine, dude. I'm fucking cool. I like pussies and drinking and smoking and what else do sick, sexy dudes like? I'm embarrassed to like have this stream be on the internet after this.
Yeah,
but then again,
people are going to clip it.
This is every week for me, so
people are going to clip it and be like, Jenkins thinks that you're going to be on Reddit, front page of Reddit. Somebody, okay, let's talk about this replay.
That'd be good PR, man. Any PR is good PR.
Replay question mark. Apologies. All right, so we have our Blink Dagger 15 minutes. We've got Vanguard. We've got Phase. Seems good.
Yep. Very farmed. So now what I would look to do is just
your job is to hunt Tinker, right?
Figure out who the most important hero is and go kill. I love the fact that you got a smoke and a Blink Dagger. So you need to take this Blink and go smoke with your Skywrath Mage and kill the Tinker. Go put like a ward down to kill the Tinker. I'm not sure where the ward went. Warding both of the shrines would be really good for picking up a Blink pick off on the Tinker. And you want to play around the Skywrath. That's the hero that you kill people with. He just pops his ulti and you kill anybody.
Yep.
Also, I think you should not max Battle Hunger this game. 2 points for the laning stage is good, but after that, you do not lack damage. You have a Skywrath and a Lina on your team, so you just want Disable to set them up. Like, if you do the math on Battle Hunger, you're going to do more damage with the extra seconds on your stun with the Lina or with the Skywrath than you are from using the Battle Hunger. You're not a damage dealer. You're a stunner.
Right. Also, this lineup that you have is not really... I feel like the Battle Hunger maxing build is more of when you're kind of like just running down lanes during the early to mid game, because you run forward, you tank the creeps, you Battle Hunger the enemy, you kind of bully them away from your team, you take towers. This is not a game that you're going to be doing that. You have a Lina, you have a Sky, you've got an Undying. Like, you guys need to play pick-off game on Tinker and then like take towers off of that and win fights with that kind of stuff. So
Yeah.
you want a lot of Berserker's calls. So you want
Also-
the lowered cooldown, you want the longer stun.
Also, if you go for this build and you max Battle Hunger, you can have 2 extra points in it if you don't go for a talent, which are dog at level 10, and don't skill the ulti, because skilling the ulti is dog as well. Like, look at how the ulti scales. Are you kidding me? 75 extra damage for double the mana cost? What a joke. That shit sucks.
You know, I've actually never really looked at this. I just automatically do
People
it. But
don't usually.
yeah, it's pretty
people don't
terrible.
usually skill it. Yeah, it's really terrible. A lot of people leave that at level 1 and just go max Battle Hunger.
Yeah.
Unless they think it's really like I just played a scrim where there was I just played a match, an actual game against like. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Actual match, I skilled it up because there's an Oracle and he's going to save somebody at low HP. So I figured like a little bit of but for like a specific reason, I leveled it up. Otherwise, I leave it at level 1. Look at the mana cost, man. Like, how can you sustain that as Axe?
Yeah, that's pretty awful. I never really had looked at the scaling on this very closely, but it makes a lot of sense. And in this game in particular, they have a Dazzle, so it's like the hero that you're going to be going on to use this on is going to be at 1 HP anyway, right? So, like, it doesn't really matter.
Yeah. And then look at the talents at level 10. They're both dog.
Yeah. I think the 40 attack speed is decent, but...
It's good, but it's on Axe.
Yeah.
And then 8 strength is just dog.
Agreed.
Doesn't really do much for you. None of them are like 90 GPM or something ridiculous.
Yeah.
Yeah. So people go for the battle. Like, sometimes people even just don't go talent, don't go the ulti in max Battle Hunger. Even if they're going for the call max first build. So I think there's a period there where you're just kind of running at enemy heroes and you should be hunting the Tinker.
Yeah, it kind of feels like you're frontlining on a hero that really wants to be off the map. Like, you're showing quite a bit of where you are, and if you're not showing, you can actually make the Tinker play worse and play less efficiently because he's just going to be scared of you all the time. That's like one of the key parts of playing a good Axe is punishing them a couple of times and then making them believe that you could be there at any point. And to do that, you need to make sure that you get a couple pickouts with a smoke by pairing with the correct hero and then not showing so much. So you got to be really careful with your positioning on this hero. I think we lost Janko. Froze out there. But yeah, I'm seeing a lot of just kind of like showing. You're just kind of showing a lot in a lot of these places.
Oh, that was weird.
Yeah, you just froze, but that's okay.
I died.
Do you agree that he's kind of just showing a lot? It's not like he's really... He's kind of trying to do too many things. He's trying to push out the waves and also play Axe at the same time, which is difficult, especially if your teammates are not pushing out the waves.
You can push out waves, but you want to like push out one wave and just immediately go somewhere else, look for a kill. Like if you push out a wave, it's because you're like smoking, you're making a play to the other side of the map.
Yeah.
The problem is you have like a mid Skywrath, so he can't push out waves, and Lifestealer doesn't really either. So you're stuck in a kind of shitty position.
Yeah.
I like that you're finally playing bot, like in an aggressive position with the siege creep. He's gonna force a Tinker to show here, and you could possibly kill him.
Yeah, you can see he's already here. Oh wait, that's Dazzle.
The fights top were just like fight started, I'm running to it. This is more so, hey guys, you're fighting me now. That's way better in Dota.
Yeah.
All right, we've hammed on this one though, so
cool. Next one.
I think that's a good amount. So next we have Eddie Mercury, the legend himself.
E-Merc.
Actually, he's not. He's very not legend. I believe he's ancient, possibly even divine now.
Possibly even divine now.
Is that what you do when you don't listen to somebody? You just repeat what they said slowly, as if you were actually listening.
What?
Such an ass. All right, let's see. How's Eddie Mercury doing? Divine 5. What was he last season? I can't remember. He was a lot lower, right? I think
so. Yeah, he was Legend 5. So he's up a good 1500 MR. Like
I saw on his profile he hit 4K. That's good shit. Beautiful. What a beautiful boy.
Yeah, it's good stuff. It's real good stuff. They got dumped on in this game, though. 68 to 30 in a 41-minute game.
That's a huge dumping right there. Jesus, what a dumping. Christ almighty.
Christ and a cracker. You know that one? That's a very Canadian saying.
I've never heard that. You should do it with a Canadian accent.
Christ and a cracker with maple syrup. Yeah.
You see, if you were referring to another group of people that wasn't Canadian, there would be some serious repercussions.
You gonna fight me next time I see you?
No, I'm gonna probably apologize to you if you try to fight me.
You gonna make some passive aggressive post on Reddit calling me a misogynist racist against Canadians? Seemingly lesbian Canadians named Andrew Jenkins. I don't know where I'm going with this.
Steamingly
lesbian.
Who uses that as an adjective?
I'm pretty sure it's an adverb. Steamingly.
Is that an adverb? Steamingly?
I'm pretty sure it's not even a word, but it would technically be an adverb for thinking about it like that.
I don't know anything about language other than bad language and vulgarity.
Yeah, it's true.
Okay, so Jakiro, bunch of regen, Sentry Ward. Nice. Good. I like it. I think maybe 1 clarity or 2 clarities is nice for this hero because just sitting in trees and right-clicking people, using your Q on people is acceptable. A lot of heroes don't want to be off map for that long, but on Jakiro it's fine.
Yeah, it's a little interesting because I don't know. I've been playing so much 5 that I just automatically buy both wards, a Sentry, a Smoke, and the regen that I need. So the fact that you've split, the wards are on your Lich, but he's bottom, and you're going to safe lane, and you have a bunch of mangoes and a Sentry. Your starting items are a little bit weird to me. I would always, pretty much, especially on a hero like Jakiro who's quite slow, I would always smoke to be able to get there in time to place a ward before people see me. But that's just how I play. I don't know if it's necessary.
I don't think you need to smoke if you don't really need a ward. This top lane's going to be an AA Earthshaker.
Yeah. You
probably want a ward to scout the Earthshaker roaming between lanes. So a ward on the little cliff there by the rune would probably be okay. You just need to not ward
right
randomly. I see a lot of these shitty mid wards right there because people give their ward to mid players and mid players are like, oh, okay, I guess I'm gonna ward, and they just place this ward that does nothing for them and it's useless.
Yeah.
The point of wards is just that they should scout some useful information in the game. It should have some sort of purpose that you've decided. It's okay, somebody's gonna be standing here, so I'm gonna ward here to see them. That ward in the mid lane should be on the bot rune because there's a storm in the game, and rune control is really important against storm. If you want rune control, you ward the bot rune.
Yeah.
So
agreed.
That's maybe tell your mid laner where to ward in future, or just ward for them.
Yeah.
So you're getting tri-laned. I would just look to pull this ASAP. That's about it.
Yeah, also, it's a Legion Commander against a melee hero, so if you can just give this guy as much solo lane as possible, you're probably going to win this game. Not me. And coming in and trying to trade with a tri-lane just doesn't make any sense.
I would go tango the easy camp and try to pull it up to the right.
Yeah, tango this tree and then walk up this way.
Yeah, exactly.
And definitely stack this if you're don't come back here.
That's actually I'm not going to say this on stream because I got that information from a person that didn't want me to explain that to people. But hey, if you want some inside information, subscribe to our Patreon. It's in the coaching sessions on there. But yeah, let me just say, stacking the easy camp is trending right now.
It's just better. It's way harder to contest.
It's better if the equilibrium is in front of your tower.
Yeah.
If the equilibrium is pushed out, then you just keep pulling.
Yes.
And also, if you're against a tri-lane, you just keep pulling because you double wave them. And if you double wave them, they can't pressure you. And if a tri-lane's not pressuring, then you're winning. So You just pull. You literally just pull. That's the only issue here, is that pulls should just have happened. Just keep double waving them. That's it. Legion also should have started with Q, but, it's fine. That's the way she goes.
Yeah.
Playing this lane is just a mistake.
Agreed.
There's no way to, outplay this. Really, there's no way.
I mean, what really should happen is you just get your Legion a bit of a XP lead, and then he just wins the lane by himself, because it's the Legion commander in the safe lane. Rather, she, Legion commander, she wins the lane herself. I don't really see any purpose to trying to trade in this lane until your Legion is stronger than them, because you don't need to. Thoughts?
Yeah, sorry, I was trying to get my Smurf off of Newsham, because every time I try to log into it, I have to get him to send me an email because it's still in his name. My 6K Smurf. Anyway, I'm sorry. Just Jenkins' business I had to attend to.
Oh, okay. Let's see.
You're saying the Legion's gonna win the lane solo? Yeah, I believe that is correct.
Yeah.
If you give XP, the Legion can lane here very easily. The hero is extremely strong, just in general, in laning. If she gets levels, if she has a lead, Legion just shits on people.
Yeah, and I think,
although I do believe at some point some rotation should happen where it's Legion against anti-mage. Like Legion just destroys anti-mage. If she enters a lane with anti-mage in it, anti-mage has to leave. So
yeah,
Pudge is okay with going top. So, but that's a Legion thing. That's not a you thing.
Yeah, I also think to that end that you should start maxing Ice Path, because if you're going to be able to get your Legion an early lane where he doesn't need help, then you can start rotating with Ice Path and setting up kills.
2 and Q is good though. Like going 2 and Q just to start and then go max Ice Path.
Yeah.
Against a Storm too, you guys really lack disable against Storm. Like if you follow up the Lich's thing or Ember's Searing Chains with Ice Path, you can possibly kill the Storm.
Yeah. Exactly. I mean,
I would say the only mistake that I've seen so far is just like lack of pulling. When Equilibrium's here and you have levels, like yeah, you guys are fine trading with them. This is fine. But
you could have gotten here without all of the hassle of the first 2 minutes of this game, basically.
Right. Like you could have a way bigger lead right now at this point.
Yep.
Storm can test the runes too, which is just good play from Storm to get those.
I threw my body at towers. What was a good idea? I didn't know what to do this game. So let's go ahead and skip past the laning stage. Because, I mean, right now the game is relatively even. You're grouping up, you're pushing towers with your Jakiro. And somehow you end up losing this game by 38 kills. But I guess...
Yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah. Because right now I wouldn't say that you guys are definitely going to lose this game by any means.
You do have a Legion commander carry, though. That is pretty questionable. You guys are fighting bot, which is definitely correct.
Yep, you want this tower down?
The problem can only really arise if y'all overcommit for kills when the tower should be the focus.
Skill build looks good to me.
Place a ward and a sentry to fight here, which is good. Pull the wave.
You could have just ice pathed him.
That's life. That's how she goes, Sometimes you
just forget that you have abilities.
Well, I don't know if it would save you, but it's like you're trying to put your team should be down here with you.
Yeah.
I don't know how your Pudge and Lich died.
Yeah, I don't know why they're anywhere but bottom, I guess.
You need to yell at your team to get to this bot area of the map. This is definitely where you want to play. You're in the correct place.
Yeah. And throwing body at towers here is fine.
If your team isn't going, yeah, somebody needs to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Especially because you guys lack a carry, so you definitely want to run at towers, which is why I like the fact that you are maxing your E now, because you do need tower push. You have no tower push other than Jakiro.
Yep.
With a inferior late game team and a lineup that is not winning, like you're not winning the game right now. So when it comes to taking the mid tower, you shouldn't go from it at the front. You should be playing like in their jungle and wait for an opportunity where they die or like wrap around, kill them, and then take the tower. The mid tower is really hard to just run your face into.
Yeah.
They will kill you over and over again. It's extremely easy to defend if you do that. You want to wait for an opportunity, like right there. Like Storm gets changed, and maybe you can set up a kill on him from their jungle. It's way easier if you're doing like a wraparound play.
Yeah. Reach around.
I've seen this a lot where people take the first tower, which is correct, and then they go to the mid tower and they just sit mid fighting over and over and over and over and over again until they lose because like, oh, we're supposed to take the mid tower next, right? But you do it from an advantageous, easy to hold position in their jungle, and if you do that and things fuck up, you can retreat back to their jungle in your vision, and you're not gonna lose your tower.
Yep.
And also, it's just way easier to take fights there. So if you don't feel confident to fight yet, you don't need to run your face back into the tower. You just go back into their jungle, hold the area. If they walk into it, they die. You get a gold lead. Now you can run at the tower.
Yep, agreed. Also, as far as itemization goes, I mean, Force Staff is good, but I think I prefer Glimmer Cape this game because they sort of serve the same function, except Glimmer gives you more value against the heavy magic damage from their side of the match. Also, it doesn't increase your mana pool, which makes you a better target for anti-mage. Also, it actually probably allows you to escape instead of probably not, because it's Force against Storm is pretty terrible. Like, he's just going to gap close anyway.
It's not bad, because you can force somebody out of his stun.
I mean, sure, but like, if you're buying it to escape for yourself, it's not going to do much. Glimmer is better in that regard.
I think both are decent.
Okay, so last thing on this replay then. They're losing the game. They can't really take mid tower the way that you just talked about because they're not occupying the jungle. What do? You just kind of de-push mid and hope for the best?
You're in like split push mode at this point. You need to just split push until the enemy team gives you an opening to take a kill and pick them off. You can't 5v5 fight them straight up. You're in like, you play the game until the game goes late. But the problem with that is you picked a lineup that's not, like you picked an early game pushing lineup that's supposed to snowball on them and you're not snowballing. So it's just drafting error, to be honest. But at this point, your play is to just, like, this is good, taking pickoffs. This is really good. You just do that until you get a gold lead again, and then you have your timing where you can fight again once you have the lead.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, this hero is great at delaying the game. Like, you're really good at advancing the game towards a victory, but you're also really good at delaying the game if you are behind, because you have super good wave clear, and you can keep, like, the enemy from going high ground for a very long time. Cool. Next one. Do we have any more?
Yes, we have 1, 2. We just did approach, so we don't need to do approaches again. We have Leoge, so 1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay, I have 25 minutes.
Okay, so we have to pick 2.
Or we could just do them all like 5 minutes each.
Okay, here. Well, we do 1 per month, so
that's true.
Is anybody? We'll do Leoge next because he put his in last week, and we couldn't do his because I had to leave. And we did Approach, who also put his in last week, and we couldn't do it. Oh, unfortunate.
Rest and pepperonis.
All right, Leoge. Leoge, can you put in? I think you said you just played a game. Maybe put that one in. So we'll do Hockulionaire. Let me see. We'll do Hockulionaire, and then the Architect and let's see. Where are you at? The Architect and NF. We can download your replays and do them next week.
Sure. Do I wait? Hold on.
Okay, Leoge submitted another one. We'll do Hockulionaires first, though. And we'll end it out with Leoge, and we will keep track of the Architect and NF.
What's happening? Why is my Dota freezing right now?
So yeah.
I thought I remembered having a replay saved. Soul's replay review. Is this one that we were supposed to do and didn't?
It would be downloaded if you had downloaded it. Like it would have worked.
No, this is just one that I can't remember whether we were supposed to do it and haven't done it yet.
Okay, so last week we had 2 that we needed to do because I wrote it and I wrote it in my comment.
Okay, cool.
And yeah, we did Anders. Yeah, okay, we needed to do Lack of Somebody. We did him. We needed to do Approach. We did him, and we've Leoj now.
Okay, cool.
Oh yeah, and Ludacris. We'll get Ludacris next week. If he submits another replay, but I don't think he's around right now.
All right.
Okay.
Sand King.
Leoj. All right. I just coached Leoj, so I'm ecstatic for this. One sec. I'm gonna go get some diet no brand Coke. Ah, fuck, cola. Oh, I have to get back to my stupid partner, my stupid YouTube channel and community that I hate. Oh, hey, what's up, guys? I'm eating my mic here. How's it going, guys? Just chilling. Just having fucking fun time with my friends on stream.
What size are my feet? 11.
I have size 13 feet, you big pussy.
Okay.
Padulok said nice one. Thanks, dude. He liked that little bit that I did where I came in and said that you guys sucked. I think that's a good bit. I think that's a solid bit.
Stop encouraging him, man. Does it every single time he leaves. Jenkins got a hog on him.
What does that even mean?
Based on your size 13 feet.
Oh, okay.
You're like, oh, okay, that's
no,
fine. That's fine.
I wish that stereotype were true. God damn. Talking about dad penises, I did not get the right genetics. Have we ever met? We have met do we meet twice?
Mm-mm.
Or just once?
Just once in Toronto at the LAN.
We met in my country, not yours.
You could make us meet again if you guys go to the latest comment on our YouTube channel and all vote for us to go to Jungle Jam.
Yo, you put that on YouTube? Nice, dude.
Yeah, if you want to see us at the TI event by Moonduck, you can vote for us at the link. Yep. So, yeah, up to you. You don't have to.
Get us in that. I could use the money. I need some of that TI money, that Valve money.
Except it's not Valve money, it's Moonduck money.
That Moonduck money. Give me that Moonduck money. I see the type of cars Iori drives.
Yeah, he'll probably be like, you're already part of Moonduck, so we're not going to pay you for this event. You're part of the org already.
You do it for free.
Yeah.
Yes. All right, let's see. Okay, so you're cutting. Lion is stunning you. You're kind of like, hey, don't stun me, man. Come on. Use the salve.
Get canceled.
Interrupts it. That's okay, though.
Block the camp.
Yep. On this side, it kind of sucks because you have to like drag the wave around in front of the tower, and sometimes you have to like run it into the tower. Some people will try to pull it between the tier 2. Some people even pull it to the tier 3 on the dire side. I knew this was going to happen to Leoj when I told him to do this. I told him on Sand King, just always cut because he puts the lane equilibrium right here, which is good for you when your hero sucks between level 1 to 3. This is perfect for you. So,
getting aggressive there is pretty questionable. You could have just lived and not died there.
A very similar concept to why you cut the wave. It's like your hero sucks, so you just want to do the most defensive thing possible to get past the hard parts of the game. Like, if they're not pressuring you during the parts of the game that you can be pressured, you just win Dota. So you don't need to act aggressively there because you are an aggressive hero once you have levels, once you're strong. But why apply pressure in a period where your hero's weak at doing that? And
Yeah.
just let them pressure you a little bit and get as much as you can, and then when you can apply pressure, then slap it to them.
Yeah, Dota's very simple at its core. It's fight when you're strong, avoid fights when you're weak. And that's all you really have to do. Like, if you apply that in macro to all of your games, your win rate will be above 50, even 55, 60%. Just because you're good at selecting when you are strong and when you should be fighting. And if you can do that, you're probably going to win a lot of games.
Yep. I agree.
Again,
I think
aggressive for no reason. Like, it just makes the lane harder for you because then you have to play scared for the rest of the time because you're just taking a bunch of damage unnecessarily, getting low in regen, and then you're scared of last hitting here because you have like half the HP that you should have right now.
Dude, when I was coaching Leo, there's a few times he'd just do something like ridiculous. He'd be like, "Yeah, I'm just a retard. My brain shut down," or something like that. It's like, "Oh, okay. Well," he knows when he fucks. Like he's saying in chat, he's like, "I died one more time like a total moron." Yeah, I mean, the thing is, you do this in a couple of games, and then you never do it again. It's like this is as long as you're taking notes of like, okay, I couldn't pressure between these points,
Right?
So I'm just not going to do that in the future. That's very good to keep those notes. And now you're at the point where the thing is, what I learned on Sand King is that you can just farm on this here. You can just do whatever it takes to just safely get what you should get. Like just get your own farm because he's so goddamn strong at level 8 that if you can just get to that point without throwing the game, you're a god.
Yeah.
Okay, this is going better. Now that you have some levels, this is going better, which is exactly what you would expect.
Right.
As a Sand King. This is what the hero does. I would pull this up to the high ground and farm the camp with it as well. This is fine though, waiting for the next wave. Skill build is good. You try to pressure a bit, but you're really low on resources, so you had no mana for your Sandstorm. That's when, like a lot of the time, you have the levels to pressure, but you don't have the resources to pressure. And that's when you would just continue jungling until you have the resources to pressure. And where you get the resources is you send like salves and clarities out on the courier. That's all you need to do there. Is that like you correctly, what's the word? What's the word for figured out that's not just figured out? Not isolated, not assimilated. Identified. You correctly identified that your hero is strong and you can now pressure. So that was the correct decision. It's just you did not have the resources to do it. So for levels, it was the correct decision, but for the resources that you had, it wasn't. So you just need to have both. That's the kind of one of the shitty things about being an offlane creep cutter is that it costs a lot of resources. Deduce, that's also a decent word. I love the word identify though because, it's not that much deduction in Dota. It's just like, oh, my spells now do a lot of damage. Determined, that's another good word. Yeah, these are all good words. Go to the top lane, and there's a Slardar, so you have to be very careful about not memeing up here. If you meme too much up here, he'll
slap you down.
Yeah, he'll kill you. Yeah, so you're jungling in the area, and Sandstorm. Okay, can you pause for a second?
Mm-hmm.
And then look at the tower top.
Look at the tower health.
Tower health top. Okay, look at bot. So this concept of what you're doing, which is being a wall in front of a tower, does not apply to the safe lane tower. It applies to whatever tower the enemy team is pressuring. So it could be mid earlier. Like I see that mid is dead. It could be mid. It could be top. It could be bot. I think you went top possibly because it's the lane that you normally do this in on Sand King, because if the enemy team is making the correct choices, usually they'll be taking this tower first. But I don't think they were actually pressuring this. Funny enough, you left the lane that they are pressuring because usually that's not a lane that gets pressured. So I think that you need to be bot and just sandstorming in front of this tower. And also killing them when they dive like this. But hey, you did it. Nice. Good, good. Yeah, so I'm not sure if you had no mana or what happened there. Or no TP cooldown or what happened there, but mid was the place to be, and now bot is the place to be. And you want to try to save your TP for whenever they assault another tower. Same thing goes for Enchantress as well. Like, you want to just sit in front of the tower that's getting pressured.
So I'm noticing that he's out of mana a lot. How do you deal with that? You just
Clarities.
Just clarities? Is that it?
Tons of clarity. Just clarities. Just clarities.
Okay.
That's it. Yeah, just clarities. You're on the top. Gyro's pushing that. This is absolutely correct. This is so correct. It's not even funny. This is so good. And now that the siege creep is dead, you can possibly look to go somewhere else. I would move your camera around, which I think it's on free camera, so I'm not sure what's happening on the other side of the map. I would look to see if there's anywhere else that you need to be right now, because you've killed the siege wave, so somebody else could pretty easily come up here and defend this if necessary, and you're pretty strong at fighting. But this is still correct. This is really good.
And at what point do you stop doing the style of play? Once you have your blink?
Yeah.
Cool.
Blink dagger, you fight, and you destroy your opponents with epicenters. This is the way that I explained it to Leoj today is that there are farming positions to hold on the map, and there are fighting positions. And a lot of people will get items that allow them to fight and continue holding farming positions. And they'll be like, why am I losing Dota? And it's like, you're losing Dota because you want to fight now and you're farming. You're losing Dota because you want to farm now and you're fighting. Like, choosing when to fight and when to farm is very integral to winning the game. And yes, I did pronounce it that way because it adds more emphasis to it. Going mid is definitely a possible play, but you probably want to set something up with your team at the moment. So I think playing to bot is your go-to place. Also, you should send up more clarities ASAP. You're going to need them. You're guaranteed.
I'm a little concerned that you bought a blink dagger and then just sat doing nothing for the next minute and a half. That seems like a little bit too much time wasted trying to figure out what to do. I think that you need to play a little bit faster and like just make a decision and do something, right?
Yeah, I think just go bot because your whole team's there. That's the tower you want to pressure. There's no siege wave spawning for another like 2 minutes, so you can. Okay, so now you're going there, and yeah, this should be a good fight. I imagine this is going to be a complete disaster for them. A little bit of camera positioning errors there.
Yeah, missed the epi, but that's okay. Gonna win the fight. Now you're here. You've revealed the blink dagger. Now you can just play very aggressively because you're not trying to hide anything. Everybody knows you have a blink.
You need to send out clarities. You really need clarities. Otherwise, there's going to be a fight in like a minute from now that you can't do anything. Oh, yeah. Did I just see my clarities? I think I did. I think the earlier, like if you have 7 clarities in your backpack, that's fine. You're going to use them eventually. You never want to be out of clarities.
Man, there's got to be some slightly better item build. What do you think?
For what?
For Sand King, like I feel like every hero that used to rely exclusively on clarities to sustain their mana pool has figured out some sort of build that includes mana regeneration. Sand King's like the only hero that doesn't have any mana regeneration in his build right now.
I don't know. I just see people build clarities. I build clarities. You don't have that many mana regen issues if you're just sandstorming waves and playing correctly. Like,
sure.
You should not be costing that much mana.
Maybe he's farming with like tap burrow strike through or something like that, and that's why he's low in mana. Not sure.
Yeah, you only want to farm with burrow strike if you know that you have like a surplus of mana to use. Like it accelerates your farm slightly, you know?
Right.
Nice. Yeah, great. Using the blink timing. Love it. Love it. Fucking love it. Yes! Dude, this is what I was telling him. I was telling him, man, you gotta use the blink veil timing. Like, it's one of the strongest timings in Dota. Like, there's no hero that can survive an epicenter with the veil at this point. You have to abuse it. This shit is great. Look at your levels. 15? You're a god. You've epi up again soon. Soft commit to the fight so you can get out. Ooh, this is everything we talked about. Love it. You gotta go into defense mode because you didn't have epi. Now you do have epi. Realistically, this probably is the tower that they siege, to be honest. But yeah, they're not. So you go bot, look to fight. I think it's getting to the point where you can sack your top tower soon and be fine with it. Like, realistically, it's... Start
grouping up more with your team. It feels like you're like hard committing to this wall play style still, when you probably should be with your team a bit more 24 minutes into the game.
Yeah, you hit a certain point where this is really dangerous. You don't have a TP up, your team is bot, especially with the fact that you guys don't have the bot tower.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is like probably the biggest mistake that I've seen so far in this is that you're not with your team. The moment you TP'd mid, you no longer have the option to go top.
Yeah. Yeah.
That is no longer in your toolkit. Like, you can't do that until you have TP up again.
You have to go to your team
at that point. Where your team is.
Yep.
Because if you walk top, then you don't have the TP to go bot.
Yep. Exactly. All right. I got time for one more.
Hockey Leaner. We'll do Hockey Leaner. Hockey Leaner messaged me and specifically said to rush the replay for him, and that he would prefer if we do it this week because he likes when his replays are rushed. I'm just kidding. He said specifically not to do that. So, do we want to just do his next week?
Sure.
Because you have to leave soon, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, we don't want to rush his. I was just fucking with him. I was seeing if he would message me, but we can do his next. Where's Hockey's? NF says we can rush his. Do you want to rush NF's?
Sure. Let's be honest. Rushing it probably means a good 10 minutes, 15 minutes maybe.
yes. Okay. So we'll rush NF's. The architect said we can rush his too, but we can only rush one of them. So we'll just do NF because he said it first.
Why don't you guys make highlight videos of your games? Nobody's ever asked us for that kind of content before, and I feel like that's kind of boring content. Everybody makes that content. Why would we want to make the same content as everybody else when we can make better content than everybody else is making? It's hard.
I spent so much time like doing hero guides and stuff that like I don't know. I don't have that much time to. I wish we could like pay money to hire more editors or something like that. And
I just think it's kind of bad content.
I mean, I think it's probably fine. It's like wacky stuff happens in pubs. Where's Hawkillionaire? Did he delete his? I think he deleted his. That's such a Hawkillionaire play to delete delete his.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
I don't want Tony to rush it. Dude, I love Hawkillionaire. That guy's hilarious. Sup, my dudes? Classic. I've coached so many Australians. I had a...
The Aussies love Dota, man. They really do.
They just want to get good, man. They want to get good.
Yeah, they want to stop being fucking trash, kid.
Get in the trash. All right, he says, Tricked Alchemist. Technically, I know I didn't do well. I'd lane mid against Earthshaker. I'm fairly certain was smurfing. But yes. Oh my god, it's an Earthshaker mid. I'm sure that you guys should win. Held my own well enough to fight for the first half of the game. Completely fucked my mindset in the laning phase. Continue executing perfectly to win. What blows me away is how hard it was to get last hits in the laning phase. Is there anything I could have done besides abandoning mid and joining the lane? This is why this hero is played as an off laner or as a safe laner now, is because abandoning safe lane is so much more acceptable than abandoning mid.
I would not be afraid to trade some life for last hits as an alchemist.
Also, you can like definitely pull more creeps into your you're fine fucking the equilibrium to pull creeps into your tower.
Yeah.
To get last hits. You should definitely be right clicking him to pull creeps.
This guy's definitely a smurf though. Like 1,000% he's a smurf.
Yeah, but you know.
But you could definitely get last hits. I'm just saying, like, watching his mechanics is fucking ridiculous. But I mean,
See
yeah.
how easy it is to last hit when you're under tower now, though? You don't get these. These are impossible.
Yeah.
You just don't even go for them. That one you can maybe get.
Yeah, and then once you start pushing this out, you want to run over and Quelling Blade those trees so you can start farming that side camp.
Yeah, that camp is broken. You can stack it too next minute. That's pretty important.
Yeah, also I would say if somebody is routinely getting last hits just before you get them, then you should actively adjust. Yeah, just like make yourself go way earlier than you're used to, and you'll start out timing them. That's all you really have to do.
Yeah, you can totally adjust in game. That's a thing people do.
But yeah, strat. You should be over here cutting these trees right now. You're just standing there doing shop stuff right now. Items are probably fine so far. Although,
yes.
likely you want to send out a salve at some point.
I would just say go. Yeah, I mean salve is always good in mid lane, but just go double brace or phase boots. Like this is just what people do in Alch. You just get items to make you unkillable. You don't need any mana regen. The ulti gives you enough. It's stupid.
Yeah.
This is fine though. I think QBing the trees to the right. The biggest thing is you could have a stack right now.
Yeah.
And you farm a stack on Alchemist. You just get double the net worth of the guy that you're laning against.
Yeah, there's nothing more valuable than stacks on Alchemist in the laning stage. Like right here, trading with him just doesn't make any sense. Just go over here and cut these trees.
Yeah.
There you go.
Cut a couple of trees, stack it up.
Farming this without stacking it is not good.
Yeah, you just stack and then kill it at like a later point when you have higher levels in your queue.
Yep.
Your greed. May as well.
Forts the wave just to fuck with you.
Damn, he actually killed you. 460 gold. What the fuck, Alchemist, man.
Yeah, I would just say, like, to me, it looks like you're.
Block the camp? Did that guy block the camp?
I think he did.
I think he sentry blocked the camp or something. Yeah, they blocked it.
Yep.
Yeah, you immediately deward that. You literally get extra gold for like dewarding gives you gold. It gives you a profit.
Yeah, don't fucking ping it. Just buy sentry. Just buy yourself a sentry.
It gives you a profit. It gives you a profit.
Exactly. Pinging it again. Just buy yourself sentry, man. Fuck you. As a support player, fuck you, NF. Buy yourself a fucking sentry and do your own job. It gives you gold.
I mean, I don't even care about supports. I don't want my supports to buy me a sentry. I want to buy the sentry so I get the free gold dewarding it.
Yeah.
All right. You definitely don't gank
ever.
Somebody's put their name is Jenkins. The guy on the enemy team's name is Jenkins.
Is it really? Oh.
Look. Go to his profile. Do you have a picture of me? No, he doesn't. Is he somebody? Okay, I wonder if this is like he's watched Dota Alchemy or something, or if he's just actually another Jenkins.
He's level 0. Has Jenkins smiley face as his name. 100% win rate on 3 heroes in the offlane. It's you! It's fucking you, Jenkins!
I was smurfing India, but you got dumped on.
You were smurfing.
Put my dangus in your hole. Did that? Oh, okay. All right. Good.
But yeah, I mean, this hero, you don't participate until you have like 3 items.
This thing, this lack of dewarding the camp thing is such a big misplay. This is the biggest misplay I've seen so far.
Yeah.
Nothing, and also skilling stun and trying to gank is not what Alp does.
Yeah.
You hit this like ridiculous timing with Radiance plus Assault Curiosity. You should just go for the timing as fast as possible every single game. This stun at level 1 is so bad. You need it to be maxed out for it to be useful. So why bother trying to use it?
Also, what does Alp gank do at level 8? Like, you don't do any
Nothing.
damage.
Literally nothing.
The whole point of this hero is that you can get to like carry potential 3 times faster than everybody else in the game. So just get to carry potential and then play around that.
The whole point of Alch is you just make yourself unkillable if they gank you, and then you farm jungle and go, aha, if you don't kill me, I'm literally going to win the game solo because my hero's bullshit. That's the whole shtick of this hero.
Yeah.
If this guy was a true Smurf, he would have sentry blocked every single one of your camps instead of just that one.
He's probably like a 5k Smurf or something.
Yeah. If he's a good Smurf, every single one of your jungle camps is blocked.
Yep.
And he's invading your jungle a lot more than he is.
Yeah.
But he's a trash Smurf
Yeah.
who thinks he's legit.
Watch
He's
me body these kids in unranked. Body him.
Yeah. Epic.
Okay.
Yep. Farming. Go to the late game because farming is just a thing.
Boring.
Sure. Skill build. Level 10. You probably don't want to go for unstable concoction cooldown. It's like that's the old build. 25 attack speed, man. This hero has the most ridiculous BAT talent, level 25, and you're going for phase boots. I really think your hero's not played around the unstable concoction at all with this build. I like the items though. Items are good. Sell those bracers, man. Useless.
There we go.
Nice.
Going Abyssal to deal with the Lifestealer.
Sure. Good BKB game though. Really good BKB game.
Definitely.
Look at this.
Uh-oh. Don't have my ult. I'm dead. And then the game ends.
I think that should be a BKB.
Instead of the Abyssal? Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, don't just like... I feel like this is you know, kind of
a good item.
Well, it's kind of an advanced concept as far as itemization goes, but you want to buy the useful pieces of the item, and then you don't want to spend any more gold on the useless pieces of the item until you can buy the entire thing. So you buy the Basher because it's really fucking good on your hero, but you don't just buy the Vanguard. You wait until you can buy the entire Abyssal Blade, because at that point you're not trying to upgrade your item in your backpack from a wand to a Vanguard. The change there is very minuscule as far as what it does for you.
Yeah, true. And you're wasting gold that could be a BKB.
Right.
I mean, you literally have a BKB and a Basher right now if you didn't have the Vanguard.
Yeah. Yep, and that potentially wins you that fight and potentially the game as a result. So that's, I mean, I see that a lot where it's like, okay, you're going for an Aghanim Scepter, for example. You buy like the strength component because you need to be tanky. You don't probably need to buy then the Wizard Staff and then the Elven Skin or whatever the hell it is. You probably want to wait until you just buy them all together, unless like you desperately need those other stats. Maybe that's not a very good example, but same kind of thing. Like if you're buying a Bloodthorn, you buy the Chrysalis, it's really good in your hero. You probably don't buy the Orchid unless it's like a super good Orchid game, but chances are you're buying the Orchid at like 50 minutes, and it's not very good to have an Orchid by itself at that point in your inventory.
Yeah, no, I agree. That's itemization on an Alch is key, because this here is literally all about item timings. That's a whole shtick.
Yeah.
So you want to have BKB for these fights. And Basher's good. Basher's fine. Like Donnie said, I like it against the Lifestealer. Makes sense.
Yep.
But dying back there and like losing all your racks and dying in the first place because you don't have BKB is ultra game losing.
Yep. Yeah.
And after this, you guys have kind of ruined your own game with that shit. So.
Yeah, agreed.
Rank 200. Oh my god. Oh, poor guy.
Leoj said that this was a picture of you, by the way.
Yes, I saw that, Leoj. Thank you very much for that. You motherfucker.
All right, guys, I gotta go. Thank you so much to our patrons for the replays. Thank you to everybody who tuned in. We had like 300 people watching the entire time. You guys are the best. We appreciate you. very much. Very, very much. Hope that we can continue to grow this community and give value to you. We'll see you next week. And wow, next week is TI. So holy shit. It's going to be fun.
It's going to be crazy.
See you later, guys.
Time of the year.